welcome to a Homespun house. My name is Molly, and it's so nice to be able to see you guys. Well, I can't see you, but you guys can see me, and it's nice to be able to chat with you guys a bit this week. It has been, has it been a week and a half since we last chatted? I wanted to film on Wednesday, but a lot of things just got in the way. I've been really busy with work, and I planned on filming with Tina today, but that just didn't work out. So we're hoping, cross your fingers, that she'll be on the show next week. So that will be really fun to be able to share her with you because she is such a really cool and fun person. So yeah, I hope that you guys would be looking forward to seeing and meeting Tina. I'm having someone else on the podcast. I have been, like I said, really busy this week, sewing up a lot of things for the shop. And Kira's looking at me. I've been sewing up a lot of things for the shop, doing a lot of work, just putting a lot of new fun things in the shop. Lots of new bags, lots of new fabrics. I think I got maybe 40 fabrics in this week. And I've been doing a lot of fun knitting. I can talk about all of that at the end of the episode. So let's hop right into what has been on my needles. One thing, first I want to show you something that I have acquired because it kind of goes with what I'm knitting, because this is in my Love Sock Wool project bag. And Sarah contacted me because she really liked a vintage fabric that I had, and she wanted a bag made out of it, and so we both thought it would be really fun to do a swap. And so this is the fabric that I picked. It is adorable. I've seen this fabric before, and when I saw that she had some, I knew that it had to be mine. Pink is my all-time favorite color. I love it, and it is just the sweetest bag. So I love the little mommy holding her baby, and it's just so fun to look at. So inside of this, I have my Mama Ruffles shawl. I had been dying and itching to cast on a new shawl. I only wear my Whispering Pines shawl, and I had been thinking, I want another shawl to wear. I want something pink, and just something else, you know. It's nice wearing a shawl that you really love, but it's really fun to be able to switch it up as well and not always having to wear the same thing over and over and over. Because then things, I don't know if I would say they lose their value, but maybe they lose their excitement, or although I'm still excited about it, there are just times when I don't want to wear blue. My Whispering Pines shawl is blue. And I would just like to wear something else, or something a little bit lighter even, because mine is knit out of sport weight yak yarn. So it is really warm, which is perfect for now, but as spring is rolling around, I don't want to wear that really warm yak scarf. So I'm knitting the Mama Ruffles shawl, and let me show you guys what it looks like. This is a pattern by Christina Wall, and she gifted me this pattern quite a while ago. And I thought it was really pretty. There's a Mama Ruffles and a Baby Ruffles shawl. I hope you guys can see it right here. And Tina gifted me this Drops Baby Alpaca Silk yarn last week. I shared it with you guys. It's a really pretty rose pink, and then this beige sort of color. And I love this yarn. I've never knit with Drops yarn before. This is the first time that I've used it. And let's see if I have a label here. I do. So it's the Drops lace. It is baby alpaca and mulberry silk. And this is 70% alpaca and 30% silk. It's 100 grams, 800 meters, and I have gone ahead and doubled this yarn. So this, I was talking with Kristen and I told her, it was late one night here. I don't even know what time it was. It was a night that Robert was gone at Missy's house, Missy and Tina's, and they were watching soccer, and then Robert ended up staying there, I think, until 4 a.m. Playing guitar and singing and whatever. I was at home, obviously, with Elodie. She was sleeping, but I stayed awake until 4 and just knit. And it was nice. So I decided to cast this on, and this is how much of it I have done. I am almost at the color change. I think I have maybe 8 or 10 more rows, and then I can change to the other color. And on these, I have 2 stitch markers that I love. I love this cookie one. They come from one of my stitch marker sets, but I had to keep one of the baking stitch marker sets for myself because I love them. And then this little cookbook, and I really love the way the silver looks up against the pink. I think it's so, so pretty. So I have this yarn doubled, like I said, and I'm enjoying it. I'm excited to get to the color change, but I love this yarn and I love knitting with it. It is so cloud-like. I haven't knit with alpaca in such a long time, and I'm really enjoying it. I know it's going to be a nice, warm enough shawl. I'm not knitting one for summertime wear or anything. I'm just knitting one that I know, like I said, once spring comes, and even now, it's something that I will just wear when I'm indoors or going somewhere, just kind of a really pretty extra piece to wear. I haven't decided if I'm going to knit it the length that she has, or if I'm going to go ahead and expand it a little bit bigger. I think I will probably, at first I wanted to make it bigger, but now I don't think that I have enough yarn to make it larger, because I would love to make 2 of these shawls. I would really, really love to make one where the body is pink, the ruffles are the beige, and then another one beige and the ruffles pink. Just because I really love it. I think it's a really pretty design, but we'll see when I'm finished exactly how I feel about it. So I was up late this night, which I started saying, and Kristen and I talk basically every day. And so I had told her that I was knitting this shawl, and she immediately said, "Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. I want to cast one on too." And I was shocked. I was like, really? Okay, because I know she's knitting the canopy shawl by Melody of Mandarin's podcast and design. And so I was shocked, but obviously thrilled and happy that she wanted to kind of join along with me. Yeah, so it's really fun. It's fun to be knitting with someone. She's basically at the same exact place I am on my shawl, which makes it extra fun that we are knitting at the same speed kind of, and at the same area. I have a piece of hair stuck in my eye. So along with my project bag came a chocolate, which Elodie ate. She loved it. I don't even remember what chocolate it was. Anyway, a chocolate that she really liked. And then a lot of mini skeins. So I have them in here. I haven't even ripped into them because these are the most beautiful mini skeins. I'm not even kidding. She could not have picked anywhere near better mini skeins for me. And I am in love with them. So she sent me these 4 mini skeins from Woolen Vine Yarns, Kristen's Yarns. She sent me Maleficent, Wicked, Reflector, but I think it's called Reflector, and Outlander. So those will be really fun. I think there's enough to knit a square and then maybe a bird. Then she sent me this gorgeous fabric to knit a bag or whatever I would like. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's completely me. And then all of these skeins, which I want to show you them just quick. So there's one. And all of them basically have pink in them. And like I said, anything with pink, my heart skips a beat. Sarah, you have amazing, amazing taste in yarn, because if this represents your stash, I want to come and live in it. This looks like either Saubabal or a hand spun. That one's really beautiful too. I really like that. This one looks like it has some alpaca in it. That one looks like Query Fiber Arts or something. And then that one is really pretty too. Looks kind of like opal, but I can only guess. She said if I wanted to know more about them, just to write her in, she would give me some information. So I've been having so much fun on that project, and the pink and the beige completely match the mouse and the bag. So that's really sweet. The next thing, what is the next thing that I have been knitting? I don't have any socks on the needles, which is a bit absurd. And I really wanted to cast some on last night, to be honest. Kemper and Danny from Junk Yarn and Little Bobbins are knitting, or they've knit. Kemper's in the middle of hers, and Danny finished blueberry waffle socks. And I have been seeing this pattern around, and the more I see it, the more I want to knit it. And I have hardly knit any textured socks. I think I've knit a teeny handful of them and cabled socks. But I've definitely done Fair Isle and then just a plain Molly sock. And after seeing this, I just feel like I need to knit a pair of socks in this yarn. So I thought about casting it on last night, but a week ago, I ordered 3 skeins of Saubabal sock yarn from a German company. And I thought, you know what, that yarn, it should have arrived on Tuesday or Wednesday because it's from Germany. It is an online store, and they said that they shipped it out that afternoon. But I still haven't received it, and it's Friday, and to me, I am a little bit curious when they really shipped it out. So yeah, I'm bummed. I wanted to cast it on with that yarn, and I probably will wait for that. So, but it just feels strange not having socks on the needles. I released the Dale sock pattern last week, and that has gone over so well. Sarah as well, who sent me the bag and who I swapped with, is knitting a pair in kind of a salmon coral colorway and then a really pretty brown. And they look absolutely stunning. So I'm a bit tempted to cast on a new pair. Let me show you the colors that I think about using. So I think about using this antique lace from O Loops. It is such a pretty color. And this cake looks so small because I had a huge, massive fight with this skein when I was winding it. I don't even know what happened, but I lost, I would say 70 to 75 meters of yarn. So, and then I have Molly's Teacup from Woolenvine. This was just a special one-of-a-kind colorway, which I think is so special. I knit my foraging mitten design in this yarn, and I have enough of this, I think, I'm quite sure, to knit probably either the cuffs of each one or heels and toes, and then the Fair Isle design. But I haven't decided how I'll do that. I have to weigh them, but I'm almost positive that there's enough to knit a pair of Dale socks. And I think it would be perfect. The reason that I named my adult socks Dale is because that's my grandma Sue's middle name. Her middle name is Dale. And that's why the child socks are called Susie Dale, because they're named after her. Even though Dale is Dal in Norwegian. But my grandma, when she says her name, she says Sue Dale. Okay, so that's kind of something that I'm thinking about casting on. If my Tsaobaba doesn't arrive today and I can't cast on the blueberry waffle socks, I will probably cast on a new pair of Dale socks from the O'Loops Antique Lace and the Wollenvine Molly's Teacup colorway, which would be fine, but I'm just starting to feel a little bit impatient about my Tsaobaba coming, because I'm really excited. I have one pair of socks that I knit in Tsaobaba. I knit it in the, oh goodness, Winter Herbst colorway or something. I can't remember what it's called, but I wear those all the time. I love them, and I really enjoyed knitting them. They wear amazingly, and I want to knit some more socks in Tsaobaba. So I hope that those arrive today. I really want to knit the blueberry waffle socks, but otherwise it's Dale on my needles. The next thing that I have been working a little bit on is just my own baby sweater design. I think I've probably knit I would say maybe 7 centimeters on this. And as I've mentioned, I will make it into a tunic. This is something I'm not in a huge hurry to knit. I am just coming up. Next week I'll be in my 34th week of pregnancy, so I have a little bit of time. I have a bit of time. So there it is. And I'm still enjoying knitting on it, of course. I'm knitting these on 3mm with my beautiful hand-spun yarn that I spun from some Nicole C. Mendez Rolags. And we'll see how much yarn this takes. And if, like I said, if there's extra, what I decide to do with it. So I have that, as always, in my favorite a Homespun House bag. I don't have Elodie's hair holder on there. And then I have a little Wish Progress Keeper zipper pull on there. I think it's probably easier to show if I show it on the fabric. But I love this bag. It's some vintage fabric that I found when I was in America and was visiting my family with Elodie in September. And we're quite sure that we will go to America for Christmas. We're pretty positive. We thought about going in the summer, but because we're moving to a flat twice the size, it won't work out. We'll be way, way, way too busy. So I have some finished objects this week. Don't know why those are all the way back there. I knit 2 washcloths. This is the first one that I knit, and while it is a really, really mindless knit, I don't know if I will be knitting washcloths again from the bias, where there's, you know, this bias, because it's so stretchy, and I don't know how I feel about that for a washcloth. It's nice because the texture is really nice, but there are so many textured stitches that you can do that will give you this effect. So I love the color. It's really pretty. My mom's washcloths, like I said, I knit with just the yarn that I have, and now that I have a plethora of washcloth cotton yarn, I can really choose colors, and with my mom's I just used blue. So it was fun to knit with some purple. So this pattern these two patterns I just made up. I didn't use a pattern for any of these. So I cast on 3 stitches, knit 2, yarn over, and then knit to the end. Knit 2, yarn over, knit to the end, knit 2, yarn over, knit to the end, until I got to, I think, 48 stitches. Oh my God, you guys, I forgot to tell you about this. So, last week I was halfway finished with this, and I think I had started my decreases, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I was doing the decreases and I was knitting 2, yarn over, knit 2 together, knit to the end. Start the new round, knit 2, yarn over, knit 2 together, knit to the end. So really what I was doing was keeping the same exact amount of stitches on my needles, because I was yarning over, which was adding a stitch, knitting 2 together, which was taking that stitch away, and I wasn't taking away any stitches. I was just keeping it even, if that makes sense, if you can understand what I mean. So I knit until I kept looking at it and thinking, is this decreasing? Something about it looks strange. And then I was letting my eyes fool me and thinking, yeah, okay, it's decreasing. Look, there's a little angle here. And then I realized, finally, once I had knit almost to the end of the ball, which is way too much for a washcloth. You probably use 2/3, that it hadn't been decreasing, which meant that I would have already been finished with it. So I ripped it out. I finished it that evening and it's finished. So which is totally fine. Was just a bummer, you know, to spend my time knitting on that. And then I thought I want to knit another one while Elodie was in the bathtub. So I picked out this really pretty spring colorway, and I knit just a seed stitch, and I really like the structure of this one a lot. I knit 2 garter stitch ridges. I cast on 36 stitches, I think, on a size 4mm needle, and I used my marbles, my Knit Pro marbles interchangeables, and I knit 2 garter stitch ridges, and then I just did knit 2 to keep a garter stitch edge, and then I did knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1 until I got to the end. And then I just looked at it, eyed it, and then I decided to finish it when I finished it. So I like it. I think the colors of this one are really pretty. Again, I don't know how many dishcloths I'll knit, or how many my mom wants, or who I can even gift washcloths. I'm not using them as dishcloths. Who I can even gift washcloths to, because I feel like a lot of people won't use them. I think a lot of people think that hand knit washcloths are too just kind of precious. And a lot of people as well wear a lot of makeup, so you just kind of get it filled with makeup. My mom doesn't really wear any makeup. She kind of wears a tinted moisturizer and then a little bit of mascara. So it's not like her washcloths are covered in makeup. And I know she uses eye makeup remover pads. But I don't have anyone else who I could gift a washcloth to that I know would use it. I think there are a lot of people who would just keep it laying around and have it be pretty. But people who would use them, I don't know. I don't know if I would use them. But why not? Why not? Maybe for in the bath. Maybe I could make a couple for myself to use in the bath. I can't really see using them on my face, but for in the bath maybe. For Elodie, I know I was gifted some. Maybe I should try. I guess I will try those out. They were for the baby, but maybe when we take a bath this week, I can try it out and see what I really think, and if it's something that I really would like to use for myself, which I can see. Like I said, I can definitely see using it on my body. Why that's different than the face, I have no idea. So then I received a complete surprise gift. Like I said, it came as a surprise. I saw the name on the package. I recognized it immediately. And I thought, oh my goodness, what a little sneaky, how special and just nice. So this person wants to be anonymous, and I would love to show you guys what she sent. So she made these adorable crocheted baby booties for our little one, who is still unnamed. Really is unnamed. As soon as we know her name, will have no problem sharing it. But she made these sweet little baby booties for our little girl. And I love them. They're really cute. So those will be really fun. I think those will probably fit in the fall. They look like they will fit when she's about 6 months or so. And then she sent me a ball of some leftover yarn that she knit a baby vertebrae and then I believe a baby hat with, and it's really pretty. I have no idea what I will use this for. It could as well be used for heels and toes in socks or a pretty Fair Isle design. So many things. A little toy, square on my blanket, bird of happiness. The ideas are endless. Elodie wants really bad a pair of fingerless mittens. But she wants those in pink because her favorite color is pink and she's obsessed. So, and then this person sent me 2 skeins of beautiful yarn. So this is a 70/30 merino silk and it is from Two Gray Dogs design. The colorway is marine and this is 425 yards. And that is absolutely beautiful. She said that she thought the pastels were really pretty and she thought this would be really nice in a baby item. And I completely agree. And then this one's really special because the colorway is called Molly. And this is again a 70/30 merino silk, 420 yards. And I had this as one of my favorites on Etsy. So she has sent a package before and I don't know if she just has the same taste or if she actually is nice enough that she goes and looks on my Etsy and sees what I like. So I just think that's really cool that has my name, Molly, and not IE. So that was really nice. And then with that yarn came some mini skeins. And with those mini skeins, we went to Robert's parents last weekend, like I mentioned, and I brought along my shawl, the Mama Ruffles shawl that I'm working on, and then I brought along my little Bird of Happiness bag with my mini skeins that she sent me. And so on the way there, I didn't think I would knit on Birds of Happiness at all. I thought that I would knit on my shawl the entire time I was there, if I had time. I didn't. I don't think I knit on my shawl at all. I don't even think I knit on one row. So on the way there, I knit one Bird of Happiness, and this is the one that I knit. I adore this colorway. I think it is so pretty. So I knit this one. Whoops! She wanted to fly away. And as you all know, they're packed with sheep wool and lavender from my grandma's garden. And then once we arrived, I sat outside because it was so warm while we were there. It was very, very sunny, and it wasn't really that warm, but because it was so sunny, it just felt almost hot. And it wasn't windy, there weren't clouds in the sky. So I sat outside with my socks on, with my socks on and my leggings, a tunic, and a little shawl, and that's it. At one point I even took off my shoes because it was so warm. So just in the sun, but there were moments when the sun was covered and I had to cover up again. So when I sat outside, I knit on that one. And these are all from the same person. And it was just enough. They were teeny mini skeins, but they were really just enough to knit a bird of happiness. I don't know how much they weighed. I didn't weigh them. It would be interesting to know how many grams you need to knit one, but it's definitely less than a square on my blanket, for example. I would guess it's maybe 3 grams. So I knit that one, and then our last day, I started this one and I finished it in the car. So those are really nice. Robert says, I have no idea what you're going to do with those. But I've given all of them away. These are the only ones that I have, the ones that I just knit. And this one, Kristen sent me the yarn for. This is her fairy hair, which I should be getting any day now for my featherweight cardigan, which I'm excited about casting on. And I love this. This is my favorite one that I've knit. Because the yarn is from Kristen, because I love her. She's just a really wonderful person, because the yarn is absolutely beautiful. It's all of my colors and more. And I just love it. She's a little bit, she's a little bit fatter than my other birds. Her belly's a little bit bigger. But I love them. They're so much fun to knit. They're a bit fiddly, but I have found with these 4 birds a really kind of easy way to have them on my needles and a really good way to be knitting them. So that's good. And I had missed knitting them. I felt like I don't have any more birds of happiness sitting around. And there are moments when I would like to give one to someone, and it stinks. It's a pity that I don't have one to give to someone. So I want to start a little collection again. I also would like to gather some twigs and put them somewhere. Put them maybe on my desk, although I don't really have room on my desk because I'm always working here. It doesn't normally look like this. But yeah, I would like to put it somewhere, maybe somewhere in the kitchen, some twigs, and then a couple of bird of happiness. I saw someone in the group did that, and they also crocheted some leaves for their tree, which looked really, really pretty. So that's what I've been working on. I guess I've been quite busy knitting-wise, even though there have been many evenings where I have, because Robert has been playing handball a lot, and so I've been in the evenings alone when Elodie is asleep, and there have just been evenings where I don't know what to knit on. I just feel like there are moments when I'm not really excited about anything that's on my needles. And I guess that's why I cast on the Mama Ruffle, why I knit these washcloths, why I knit the Birds of Happiness, because I just needed, I guess, some new things to work on. Because my work's in progress, I haven't really, I did add some squares to my blanket, come to think of it. Okay, good. So I can keep it folded and show you. I added this one from Melinda, this purple one. And then I added this, this dark green one. And this has been washed twice. There's the fairy hair, the pretty fairy hair from my bird. And I have it folded over a lot. This has been washed twice, this blanket, because of spills. And there has been yarn that has bled, which is really sad. And it's always reds. It's always the reds that are bleeding into other yarns. So I think now I'm going to be a lot more mindful and careful about my placement of reds, because the red has gone into some mint green, some blues, just colors that don't look nice with red splotches inside. So yeah, I have to be careful about that. I guess I wanted to show you the little kitty cats that Melinda from the Yarnder Woman podcast made, because I talked about these, but Elodie had them and I wasn't able to show them to you. So here they are. Really sweet, really squishy, really cute. There are their little tails. And this is just Beans the cat. So those are really fun. We have prizes to give away. I meant to do it last week and I completely forgot. I realized after the podcast that I hadn't announced winners for our color work knit along. So from Deb of Fondant Fiber, she gifted the podcast some 50/50 merino silk Rolags, 100 grams, and these are really pretty. I have spun with her Rolags before. I gifted the yarn that I spun to Tina for her birthday last year, which is coming up, I think, in the summer. No, her birthday is in September like mine. What am I talking about? So the winner of these is Mia76. I'm quite sure your name is Mia. You're from Norway. And you knit some mittens, a sweater, which Robert really loved. He told me that he wants one like that. And some socks. All of them are beautiful Fair Isle design. So Mia76, please get in contact with me and I will have these shipped out to you. The other prize that we had was this beautiful Marigold Jen yarn in Sidewalk Chalk colorway. It is a merino nylon yarn. And the winner of this one is G. Melissa Knits, or Grandma Melissa Knits. So Melissa, you are from America. And I think you started some end paper mitts. So I hope that you like this colorway. So both of you, please get in contact with me and I will ship those out to you as soon as I receive your address. We are now doing our favorite things knit along. And I will show you guys the prizes for those that I have so far. So I have these Ren and Ollie Rolags, or not Rolags, they're bump bats. And this is merino tussa silk in the colorway Sherbet Fizz. Very, very pretty. 146 grams, so that is a lot. So that's one prize, and then the next prize is some Carbon's Knit Pro needles in 2.5 millimeter. That's what I use to knit my socks. And this is their, so you could do socks on circulars. And I have a new pair of these. I received a new pair because my other ones, like I said, were, the joins weren't working well. And so I haven't tried that out yet. So hopefully I try it out and like it. Otherwise, because Carbons wrote me and said that that's not something normal. It must have been a defect in my pair. So I hope that that's right, and I hope that I love them, and I hope that you guys love these and that they are not defected. It doesn't look like it. They look a little bit different. So we'll see. And then you get this Octo Sport yarn. Well, it's from Your Mom Knits, but the base is Octo Sport, and this is in the Scara colorway. 100% superwash merino, 270 yards. Would make a really nice hat. Hat, mittens, ideas are endless. A toy, whatever. And then I decided that I will be sewing up a bag, a project bag, with this adorable fabric. I will be having some of this fabric, of these bags in the shop, a limited amount. I think I will have 2 more. So I'll be sewing up 1 for the knit along, and then I'll be sewing up 2 more for the shop. And those will be in the shop Monday, I would say. So these are really cool. I love the 1930s sewing machine, and it's just kind of sewing machines throughout the century. So I think that is really cool. A really neat one. Yeah. So those are the prizes so far, and I'm slowly gathering things. I have in the shop a lot of new Notions pouches. So I do have the sewing one. I have Wing Song. This is one of my favorite fabrics. I have Strawberry Tea Party. I guess I can show you the front and back of both of them. So that's the back of Wing Song. I have Octopus Play with a little mermaid on the back. Sugar Plum Forest, the Sparrow, pretty butterfly on the back. I think this is Geometric. This is Schmetterlinge, which means butterflies in German. This one is Teepee Camping. I don't remember what I titled this one. And then these ones are just adorable, really cool print of clothing. So a lot of new Notions pouches in there. And then I have a lot of new bags. So I have the Wing Song bag. I have Oh Hello in aqua. I love this fabric. Rose Milk. This one's one of my favorites as well, as you, I'm sure, could have guessed. I have Nordic Woods, I believe. Woodland. Kind of like a fun little gingham fabric. This one's Fly Away, or I don't remember all of the names. I love this one, Mermaid Play. And there she is with the octopus on the back, or the whale. The octopus is on the front. A large one of Woodland. And then the gray, Oh Hello. So those are really, really fun. I ordered a bit of yarn this week. I don't know, maybe it's because my knitting mojo has been just kind of, I mean, I've definitely been knitting, obviously, as you can see, but I've just kind of been at a loss of what to knit. And now I feel like it's slowly coming back into the groove, which is really nice, because who wants to not know what they should knit on? I mean, for me, it's a really terrible feeling because I like to always be doing something with my hands. I like to always be working on something, creating something. which makes me feel like I need to get a pair of socks on the needles. And if this evening rolls around, even though I won't be knitting this evening because Robert is here, but tomorrow evening he won't be here. And if that evening rolls around and I have nothing to knit on, I'm casting on the Fair Isle Dale socks. I'm not waiting around for the Tsao anymore. That's what I will do about that sock knitting situation. Yeah, tomorrow Lena's coming over, which is a good friend of Elodie's. Lena's mom said that she has been asking and asking to play with Elodie, and I said, well, why don't you guys just come over on Saturday? So they'll come over when Robert leaves for his handball game, and then they'll probably leave shortly before bed. They live pretty close. Or maybe we'll go over there. I would like to go over there, but Lena's mom, she works outside of the home, and she says she doesn't think she could get the house clean on time, which is sweet. Funny, because I don't care. But I'm happy to have them over as well. Yeah, so that will be fun. Sunday, I don't really know what we'll do. Maybe just have a relaxing day. Maybe go and see a puppet show. We haven't been since January, so that might be kind of fun. And then Monday is working again, which is nice because I have been feeling really inspired in my work lately, and I have been really wanting to work a lot lately. Sometimes you just lose your drive for that, and sometimes you just wake up, I do anyway, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel like standing up and cutting fabric all day and then sitting down to sew, and being in the end of my pregnancy, of course, it's hard. And but this week I have really, really wanted to, and I've been taking complete advantage of that. And usually I try to sew a lot of bags each week, but this week I've just done, I'm really proud of myself. I've done a really, really good job, and last week too, and I have so many things prepped for next week, and I'm wearing my pretty Hello brooch from the shop. This is one of my favorites. I generally wear this on my cardigans, I would say. Either this cardigan or the pink one that's behind me. So I love them. I love having fun brooches to wear all the time. Just such a fun accessory piece. I've been enjoying the life out of this tea that Kristen sent me. So we will do another swap in a month or so. And in the last one that she sent me this Honey Lavender Stress Relief. And this is one of the best teas that I have had in a long time. I kid you not. It's delicious. So she will send me a box of this, and I'm sending her the Indisha chai for her. Although Tina told me that I can probably get this at Biomarkt. So I will have a look. And I also really liked this green chai tea that I got from Maya with the orange peel, cinnamon, cardamom, cloves. I really, really liked that one, which, as I mentioned, I'm not the hugest green tea drinker, so I was surprised that I liked that. But I thought it was delicious, probably because it's chai. Who knows? So I did receive a little bit of yarn this week, not from a viewer, that I picked out from String Theory. I have shawls in mind for these. It's just a really pretty colorway. It's caper sock. This is the MCN. It's a superwash merino nylon, 400 yards. And it is different than any sock yarn or MCN that I've knit with or felt. It feels very, very, very silky. A lot more luscious, I would say, than most of them. I'll see how it is when I knit with it. It feels a little bit thicker. I think it will, a 4mm needle would be good for it. But I love these. They are gorgeous. So this is the colorway Delft, and this is the colorway Spinel or Spinel. And then I thought these two would make a really pretty cardigan for Elodie. So this is their Marshall Island Sport yarn, 100% merino wool, so really, really nice and warm. And I thought this would be really nice, like I said, a sweater for Elodie, but to knit for the next season, because I don't think she has a cardigan for next season. And I need to get on it because I don't want the fall to come and for me to not have a hand knit cardigan for her. Although Elodie never wears cardigans or pullovers. Just under her jacket, the second we get home, they have to come off because she is always warm. But these have such a beautiful tonalness. I am really looking forward to seeing how they knit up. If you look here, let's show you here. Here, there is, I hope it shows up nicely, this really pretty mossy green and then almost a lavender blue gray that it fades into. I think they're really beautiful. So I'm excited to knit Elodie a sweater for these. So there are 350 yards, so meaning I have 700 yards for a sweater or cardigan for her. And who knows, you know, she can completely change. Maybe come next autumn, she will love wearing cardigans. So then the next thing, and this I forgot to mention, is going to be a giveaway in the My Favorite Things Knit Along, is this Marshall Island Sport, 100% merino, again, 350 yards. So again, there are so many things you can knit with this. It's a really nice, just cozy, cushy. I think it will knit up really, really nicely. But the ideas are endless. A hat, if you have a baby, you could knit a really nice baby sweater and hat, or matching booties and hat. I'm just thinking babies right now. I know all of you don't have babies in your life. But it's beautiful. It's really, really pretty. So this is the Dark and Stormy colorway, appropriately named. Very pretty. So that is kind of, I guess it's the 4th edition that we have to the My Favorite Things Knit Along. Everything that I've been knitting really are my favorite things. The Birds of Happiness, I love knitting those. You guys know I've been knitting those forever. Washcloths for one of my favorite people, my mom. A new sweater out of Homespun for my favorite baby. There are so many ways you can tie anything into them. I'm always so thankful and grateful and excited for people joining in on knit-alongs and people chatting away and pushing people in the most positive way, you know, cheering each other on. It's just always so fun to see and so fun to read. And so my favorite part is when you guys are posting pictures. I love to see, of course, what everyone is knitting on. That's just such a pleasure and so much fun. I still have spinning on my brain. I still want to spin my fuzzlings. I hope that I have some drive to do that this week. I'm sure once I start that I will be like, why did I stop doing this? It is, you know, so much fun. I've been thinking a lot about cross stitch lately, about making just another little cross stitch like I did last week, a nice fun springtime one to hang. Easter is coming up. I don't even believe it. I feel like I would like to knit Elodie something little, but I don't know if it will be used or if I will just feel bummed that I spent the time doing that. Maybe I will sew her something, like a little skirt, because she loves skirts, as I've mentioned. I guess I could do that, make a little handmade skirt to put into her Easter basket. I bet she would adore that. Yeah, I am going to, I don't know if I will start off my morning, because it's quite early, knitting a little bit, or if I will just get straight to working. Because I like to spend a little bit of my day knitting, an hour, or just to have a little bit of relaxation time and not spending 9 hours cutting and sewing and putting together stitch markers, zipper pulls. I don't know if you guys have looked in the shop, but there are so many zipper pulls and stitch markers, and I have new sheep zipper pulls, and I ordered a lot of new ones again that should be coming in, so that is really exciting. I have some velveteen rabbits, some Easter, springtime bunnies, just a lot of new fun ones, as well as stitch markers. So go and check those out. Go look at my brooches, my earrings, my pins. Well, I guess which is a brooch. My bags. Although I don't know how many bags are left in the shop. But I will be listing some more today. I think 15. Yeah, I think 15 different bags. So look forward to that. I will see all of you next week. I hope you have a really nice weekend. I hope that it's sunny, because the last couple of days here have been so gray, and I didn't realize how thankful I was for the sun and how much I needed it, how much I loved it, just how nice it was. So today it looks like the sun could come out, but it also looks quite great this morning, but you never know here in Berlin. But I hope the sun surprises us, and I hope that you guys have sun wherever you are. If you're hoping for a rainy day, I hope you get your rainy day, because sometimes I like them. Sometimes I like a rainy day. Enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your alone time, your family time, your time with friends, and I will see all of you next week with Tina, hopefully. Bye.